Hi everybody, welcome to Simply Scuba. In today's video I'm going to be taking a closer look at the Beuchat Aquabionic Evo fins. So these are, as you can probably tell, a very futuristic fin. These are a hinged fin and they're actually a double hinged fin. Lots of clever technology has gone into this and the design. All of the dual materials are working together to change and optimize the shape of the blade and the angle of the blade during each part of the fin kick. Spring heel straps. They're a very, very clever fin. They're quite flat as well. So for traveling and packing, very easy. Yeah, lots of things to look at. Let's take a closer look at the fins themselves. This is how they arrive in a really nice reusable bag. Perfectly sized, nothing oversized. But yeah, for a pair of fins, yeah, lovely. Is that material bag. You've got Beuchat Aquabionic on the front and a grab handle at the top with a little sort of popper seal to hold it in place. Little tab down at the bottom just to get the right size, but you can repurpose that for whatever you want. Inside, you have a pair of fins. I'm only going to get one out. So this is the fin. You actually have a little protector that's just to keep the shape of the foot pocket whilst it's in storage in transit. You don't need that, so you can recycle that as you need to, or if you are like storing it long term and you're piling things on top of it, it might be worth keeping that and just hanging that sort of inside just to keep the foot pocket from deforming over a long period. But yeah, starting at the foot pocket. Big heel strap, spring heel strap, so it's adjustable, very quick and easy to do it all by yourself, one-handed, instead of having to fiddle around with buckles and ratchet straps. With a spring heel strap, you just do it with one finger and it's very quick and easy. One nice thing about this is that they're adjustable. If I just remove one side really quickly, you can actually unscrew it. So this section, hopefully you'll be able to see it, but as you unscrew it, it actually gets longer and you can screw it in to make it shorter. So a lot of fin designs and spring heel designs have a few different ways of doing this, but this one is actually quite nice. I haven't seen this one before in a buckle design, but you can get it to that perfect length so that it holds onto the back of your boot, but not too much, not too little, but either way it's quick and easy to put on, and it self-adjusts, which is one feature that I quite like. So as you go down and deeper under the water, your wetsuit or your dry suit boot is going to start to compress at depth, and most normal ratchet straps need to be adjusted so that they don't become loose, but with a spring heel strap it automatically adjusts itself, so quick and easy. Popping that back on, it's that traditional design, and then give it a tug to lock it in position. Foot pocket, pretty traditional. You've got a decent vent right at the tip of your toes and a couple on the underside, decent tread on the underside as well. So if you're on the wet deck of a boat, kind of shuffling your way towards the end, you do still have a decent amount of grip, and those vents just to allow it to come off of your foot. So if you're in the water trying to get your fins off at the end of the dive, you don't get that kind of suction cup effect. It eliminates that, so they're quite easy to get off. Then beyond the actual foot pocket, this is where that double hinge design comes in. Very clever design, very unique. There's lots of vents as well. This is usually quite a dead zone and can actually create quite a lot of drag if you have solid material there. So these vents actually allow to reduce the amount of drag. But this chunky rubber section, on both sides you have this slit down the center of it, and then these yellow sections, these are rigid. So during different parts of the fin kick cycle, it allows it to bend and flex so that the blade shape and angle changes to be as optimum as possible. So during the downwards kick, it opens up, so the blade itself sort of splays down, but then in the downwards kick it closes. So it's hinging in both directions, and it actually angles it ever so slightly. So instead of just being a flat paddle, just changing angle, it actually turns it into more of a scoop. And of course you have this internal section here made out of softer material. All of these baffles just allow it to bend and flex to the perfect angle to really trap a lot of water and really angle it down towards the tip of the blade. So very, very efficient. They'll feel a little soft when you're sort of in the water, because a lot of fins that are quite rigid and they're quite uncompromising, but with this you have that flexibility. But when you're actually in the water, you find that you're being pushed through the water much more effectively. So clever design, lots of science goes into it. You've got big chunky rubber parts, so you don't have to worry about it wearing out. But otherwise, yeah, a very well, cleverly designed. They, of course, they looked at nature, seen how nature does it through years and years of evolution. So, yeah, and they've sort of settled on this design for a efficient fin kick. Doesn't use too much power, so your legs aren't going to get too tired, but also for the finesse in the small little adjustments that you need to, you have that, but also you have that pure raw power when you need it on the other end of the spectrum. And that's the Beuchat Aquabionic Evo fins. Decent, powerful pair of fins, pretty light as well. They're not overly heavy neither compared to some other fins. And yeah, as far as sort of the power and the effort that comes down to it, that's where these really excel. With a lot of fins, if you have to really fight against a strong current, then it takes a lot of effort out of you and you can't do it for so long. But with these double hinges, it's actually storing up a lot of that energy and they're being much more efficient with it, so you can fight it a little bit longer. But for just normal chilled out diving as well, you get that pure finesse and sort of crisp turns and everything that you need from a pair of fins. All different fin kick styles as well, whether you scissor kick or frog kick, you can do it all with these. They're a good solid all-rounder, definitely worth considering. There's going to be more information on our website, simplyscuba.com. Just click on the link down in the description below so you can read up on them and buy them from us at Simply Scuba. Thank you for watching, and of course, safe diving.